Hey everybody, Lynn, Coffey here, and today I want to take just a few moments of your time, which is really hard for me because I love to talk, and talk to you about another way that a website can help you generate more revenue in your business. Now, this is a cool way that not a lot of people think about because I want to take some math, add a little bit of artistry, and give you a really cool equation. So maybe you have heard of the concept called 1,000 true fans. And it was basically created by this guy named Kevin Kelly. And he wrote an article, I think back in 2008, and basically became really, really popular. And so popular, in fact, that in Tim Ferriss's new books, Tools of Titans, Tim talks about the concept of 1,000 true fans. Here it is in a nutshell, and I'll put a link to the page that is the original from Kevin Kelly. I'll put a link to that somewhere on this page that you're viewing the video. Here's the general concept. Instead of thinking of business as trying to reach, 1 million people or trying to become, this superstar, this mega star, this huge celebrity, which is for many of us overwhelming and not something we set up our lifestyles to do. We have family and children and lots of stuff that don't make it impossible to reach that status, but add some different layers to achieving that status. So for many of us, we won't reach that level for a variety of reasons, and it could just be as simple as we don't want to reach that level. However, we are looking to start a business or grow a business, and we're looking to earn a decent income and therefore lifestyle from that. So the concept of 1,000 true fans is boiled down to if you can reach 1,000 people who are considered real, true fans, which means if you put something out, they're going to purchase it. If you think of like music duos, I feel like I'm in the 80s saying that, like music groups or like rock bands, that kind of a thing, famous rap artists, they all have a following that when they put something out, there's going to be a segment of their fan base that it doesn't matter what it is, that fan will purchase it. So that's what we mean here by 1,000 true fans. If you can generate or reach 1,000 people, that here's the second part of the equation, you can sell something to and profit about $100 a year from them. Again, so if you're selling, a book where you make $10 profit, you were going to have to adjust the numbers a little bit. But if you can sell something where you're making around $100 profit to around 1,000 true fans, you have $100,000 a year income. Now, the 1,000 true fans sounds more manageable to most of us. Not that it's an easy thing to do, and it's certainly easier to reach 1,000 people, but to turn those people into raving fans, that's the tricky part that's not often talked about. And so that's what I want to shed a little bit of light on today. When I talk about websites with people, they're usually in one of two camps. The first camp is they think of a website as nothing more than just sort of a cost of business. It's kind of like a business card. They have a website. It doesn't really give a lot of information. It's just sort of an online brochure. And those people are really missing out on a lot of different elements of what their website could do and produce for their business. I'll talk about that in a second. The second camp of people are people who think a website that they should put a site up there and that it should produce tons of leads and tons of sales just because they have a really great site. And really great site could mean it's really beautiful, or it's highly optimized, or it's different to different people. And same thing, those people sort of miss the boat on all of the benefits a website can have on revenue growth. So that's the vast majority of people I talk to. Either they sort of have no idea that a website can do anything for them other than just being sort of a cost of business. And then other people who have a website that they think is awesome, but they're kind of waiting for it to produce a lot of leads or sales. And so when I talk with those people and I start to talk to them about how a website's most important job is to immediately reach out to the person who's viewing the website and connect with that person, people in both camps kind of go, like, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make sense. You see, and that's the beginning step of how a website earns you more money in your business, but it's also the first step to how your business can start to add basically people to the bucket of raving fans. You start with one raving fan and it goes to 5 and then 10, and through the power of time, through the power of social network and sort of people sharing and commenting on things that they like on your marketing, just that snowball effect begins to build. So it's first one raving fan and then so on and so forth. And the next thing you know, you are reaching 1,000 true fans. So I think the concept of 1,000 true fans is a really neat concept. It really boils it down into something that's manageable for most of us. But the piece that's missing is, well, how do you we're not talking about just 1,000 website visitors. We're talking about 1,000 fans. And so how can you convert people from a visitor on your website to an actual fan? And there's a process there. But the website is the beginning of that process. So if your website doesn't immediately reach out to your target market, connect with them in a way that your competition doesn't, then that's the first step. Once you connect with them, you're starting a relationship, even though you may have never talked to or saw that person. There's a relationship being built, and it's from the videos on your website, the images, the copy, the design of it, the layout, the ease, the focus. There's all of these things. That relationship starts to build. Ultimately, you want them on your email list where you're following up with them regularly and consistently. And again, your emails, I think they should be live emails, not canned sequences. It should be live emails where, again, you're being you're connecting with them, you're talking about what is important to them, and you're sharing a little bit about you and your journey. That's the stuff people connect to. So if your website and your follow-up can do that, connect and get people to know who you are and start that relationship, that will get you on the path to 1,000 true fans quicker than anything else I've seen. Okay, hope you enjoyed the short video on how a website can get you 1,000 true fans quicker, therefore giving you more revenue in your business. Bye-bye.